Yo, what's up guys, X-Ray here, and today we're back with our underused mod feature 2, and for this week, or for this session, or for this episode, we're going to be building a team around Gatr. And Gatr, personally, is a really cool mod to use in OU. He is very underrated, and he is basically kind of overshadowed by Azumarill, but the set we're running today is SD Gatr with Applejet, Waterfall, and Crunch. The reason I'm running SD over stuff such as Dragon Dance is because in OU, even after a Dragon Dance, Gatr fails to outspeed a lot of common Scarfers, and I'm pretty sure even mobs such as Mega Man. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. But Source Dance is just way more viable in OU than Dragon Dance. So the team we have here today is a hyper offense team built around Double Water Core and Gatr and Azumarill. So our first Pokemon here is Mega Man for bolster support to bring Gatr in on something safe, and go for SD and try and sweep the opponent. The second one we have here is a Stealth Rock lead, which is pretty much mandatory in every HO lead. The mon we have for this team is Infernape, which I think is a really underrated Rocks lead because it fails to outspeed a lot of mons. But we have Infernape here. I have Flurvis over Endeavor because I don't want my opponent getting some Rapid Spin or Defog off because I go for the Endeavor. So we have Taunt to stop my opponent from setting up rocks, Stealth Rock to stop our own rocks, Mach Punch for priority, and Flurvis to take ourselves out, and we have Blaze to boost the Flurvis at 1 HP. So the next one we have is Extra for Rapid Spin support, and another sweeper. This drill, I've loved so much Scarf. I've loved the Extra drill to be Scarfed in so much games. It's just so good to be bluffing this Scarf, especially if you're going to go for the SD on the Switch, because you can basically just deal a huge amount of damage to anything that wants to come in, such as Garchomp or Landorus. So the next one we have here is Azumarill. We have Betty Drum Azul here for a potential big game sweep. And I am running Superpower over Knockoff because Ferrothorn is a fish to this team. And last but not least, we have Scarf Landorus for another U-turn support and basically just some speed control. So I lathered off screen a little bit to about 1650 so we can get some better gameplay into this episode. But the reason I am not using my main and I'm using my alt instead is because I'm still experimenting with my Scizor team on my main account, so I probably won't be going on that for a long time for these underused mod feature episodes. But let's get straight into a battle here. So we find a really cool Aerodactyl team. Either that is lead Aerodactyl or Mega. I can't really tell. It is quite an offensive team. He has four potential Megas, but again, I'm just going to lead with Infernape since it is our mandatory lead. So let's start the timer here. If he leads with Aerodactyl, leading with... Okay, so he leads with Gyarados, which I am fine with. I'm just going to go for the taunt. I don't want this thing setting up any substitutes or Dragon Dance in my face, because if it does, it's going to be really annoying to take down. It can just sweep my team instantly. So we're going to taunt this Gyarados to prevent it from going for moves such as Substitute or Dragon Dance. If he goes for the Waterfall, then nice play, but I'll probably just go for the Dragon Dance myself. So we taunt the Gyarados as he tries to go for a Dragon Dance. So we can set up our rocks here. He goes on to his Aerodactyl. It's probably Mega, and we can just go for the Flurvis. And as he reveals to be lead Aerodactyl, so we can Mach Punch as he Stone Edge, put us in range of Flurvis. Blaze, but it doesn't really matter. We're just gonna get off much damage as we can and go out into the Gatr to step in and out with Applejet. So, I'm just gonna go for the Applejet here. I don't want to take any extra damage with my Feraligatr. So we both got rocks up on either side. He's gonna go out into his Gyarados. I'm gonna go for the Swords Dance as he goes in a Mega. So it is Mega Gyarados as he goes for Dragon Dance. This can't be a problem. I'm pretty sure. Does Crunch take me out? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go for the Waterfall here. As Crunch does take me out, but we can just go into a General here and pretty much go for the Play Rough. As Earthquake fails to take my Azumarill out, and we do connect the Play Rough. So we take out the Gyarados, a huge threat to our team, and we can get off a few chip damage with Aqua Jet here and there. Right now, the most threatening Mon is looking like Alakazam, especially if it's Sash. If it's Life Orb, I can somewhat deal with it. But he goes on to a Slowbro. I'm just gonna go for the Play Rough. As he goes for a Calm Mind, which I'm fine with. I'm gonna predict him to go for a Slack Off now and go out into my Manectric. As I do get that correct, and I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch. So Volt Switch does a decent amount, and we're gonna go back into our Alto to sack it, and we're gonna go back into our Manectric and go for the. I really want to go for the Hidden Power Ice. Am I man enough to make that play? Yeah, I'm gonna make that play. As we do catch the Thunderous on the switch in, and that is gonna be very, very helpful for us. So now he goes back out into a Slowbro, and we can just fire off a Thunderbolt here. Actually, my instinct is telling me to go for HP Ice again. So he gets us this time, but he does die to Rock, so I forgot that he dies to Rock, but that does work out for us. Unless this is Scarf Alakazam, he does not outspeed, and we can Volt Switch out of here into our Landorus as he goes for a Focus Blast, predicting our Extra. We can go now for the U-turn and take this Alakazam out if he wants to switch into his Slowbro. We can just go back down to Manectric and fire off a Thunderbolt. So things are looking really, really good for me right now. As we take out the Slowbro. So now he goes out into his Azumarill. I'm pretty sure Aqua Jet doesn't kill. I may be wrong, but I'm just gonna go for the Volt Switch. As we do take the Azumarill out, and pretty much GG for this game. So Feraligatr didn't put in too much work here, but the combination of Volturn from Landorus and Manectric just put too much pressure on him, and we are able to get a first W with this team. So let's go ahead and find a second battle with this team. What we could have done differently there was, I'm pretty sure we could have played the lead better. We could have played Infinite a lot better, but the fact that his Thunderous died to Rock was really, really helpful, since he couldn't heal himself back up with my Thunderbolt. So we find another offensive squad with 2 Pink Mons, and I'm just gonna start with my Infinite as he starts with Bisharp. So this is not a favorable matchup against him, and I don't expect him to stay in, so I'm gonna go for Stealth Rock. As he switches out into Scar Charm, and we're gonna taunt this thing to prevent it from setting up rocks himself, as he tries and go for the rocks. So we can either switch out here or go or stay in as whatever. I'm actually gonna go into Landorus here as he goes for a Dragon Tail and rolls my Manectric out. We can just Mega Evolve and go for the Hidden Power Ice here. We can still keep our Infinite for Mach Punch purposes, since 2 out of 6 of his Mon dies to Mach Punch, and 1 of them will die to Flare Blaze. So we can Mega Evolve and safely go for the Hidden Power Ice. I do want to go for the Volt Switch because he has to preserve this Garchomp, but I'm just not man enough to go for the Volt Switch. He can switch out into his Clefable right now, or he can switch out into Bisharp. If you can switch out to Bisharp, get the Defiant Boost, and certainly now with Sucker Punch. But overall, it's looking like pretty good for me. So he does go into Clefable. I should have gone for the Volt Switch, but I wasn't man enough. I'm gonna go for a Volt Switch now and go out into my Exegil. If he goes for something Fire Blast, I'm pretty sure he can take it. So he just goes for a Soft Boil. I'm gonna go for a Swords Dance here. We definitely expect him to sim out, and if he wants to go into a slow roll, a plus reactor roll, 2 HKOs him with Earthquake, I'm pretty sure. Or you can just double out into Manectric predicting the slow roll, which is what I think I'm gonna do. So this is a very risky play, but I highly doubt him staying in with his Clefable. Like, at the very least, he should be going out into Garchomp, which I can certain out with HP Ice. So we do pull a double into Manectric as he goes into the Garchomp here. So that is very nice. We get to go for HP Ice here. Again, I want to go for the Volt Switch, but we do catch the Garchomp as he tanks that pretty nicely. So we do lose our Manectric, but that isn't too big of a problem. And I'm just gonna go into my Landorus here and go for the Earthquake since he has no ground resist. So we do lose our Manectric and we do lose a way to deal with Slowbro, but I'm pretty sure we can still pull through in this match. We have our rocks on his side of the field, so we do pressure him switching. He can probably go into Slowbro here pretty safely. And if he does, my switching consists of... My switching is basically for Radiator, which will easily get burned. So... yeah, Earthquake is overall just the best play. I don't want to risk going for knockoff and taking all that extra damage and maybe not even killing the Garchomp. So you can go into Slowbro pretty safely here, and we can't do anything to stop it. I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake here, as it goes for a Scald and brings me down to 2%. I want to go into Feraligatr, I really do, and because he's most likely gonna go for a Slack Off here. So I am gonna go out into my Feraligatr and attempt to SD up and sweep his team. If he goes for a Scald, I don't know what to say. Slack Off is definitely the best play here for him, since he gets to recover off the Earthquake damage and take me out the next turn. As he does Slack Off, so we do get that right. And if he doesn't burn, we can do a lot to his team. As he actually goes for a Thunder Wave, I completely forgot about that move, but that isn't too big of a problem. As he goes on to Clefable, as we get fully paralyzed, that is quite a big rumor, but we can just go for the Waterfall. I am almost sure that it 2 HKOs Clefable, and we are in a good position right now since he doesn't have any threats that can immediately sweep him Feraligatr out. And since he paralyzed us with Slowbro, he cannot burn us, which is really, really nice. So my opponent is taking some time to think about his move here, which I can totally understand. What I would do here is I will probably just fish for the Paralysis, since it's the only thing he can do. And he cannot afford to switch into Bisharp or Scizor on a potential Waterfall, and it's looking really, really good for us. And Feraligatr can probably pull off a mini sweep here if that's what comes down to it. So he goes for a Moonblast, we do get our Waterfall off, and we just OHKO the Clefable. That sends HP drop like, oh my gosh. So he goes down to his Bisharp here. I'm gonna go for the Aqua Jet. as we deal a huge amount, and he gets off a knockoff, which is fine. We can go into our infinite here and go for the Mach Punch. Yeah, we can go for the Mach Punch. What I'm aiming for here is the Baby Drum Azumarill sweep, which I'm pretty sure we can get. If he goes out into a slow roll here, that might be a problem. But personally, I won't bother going out into a slow roll. So, Exordio is looking pretty useless at this matchup, since he does go into a slow roll, which I'm completely fine with. Mach Punch does heal him by 1%. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to sack off my Landorus, go into a Azumarill, and hope we don't get a burn. Literally, we have 70% chance to win. Yeah, we have 70% chance to win right here. And he has 30% chance to win. But it is Scald, so if it burns, we basically just lose, because we have nothing that we can take out his slow roll with. So we just have to wish that he doesn't get a burn, and if he doesn't, then we can Baby Drum aggro, he can just carry us through the game. I don't know what's taking my opponent so long to move. Just go for the Scald, burn is your only chance. If you want to switch into Scissor, that thing takes one Aqua Jet, but a Bullet Punch isn't going to kill. So, it's looking pretty good for us, but again, it is Scald, and we can never know what's going to happen. It's Pokemon. So you go for the Baby Drum, you get our Citrus Berry, he goes for a Thunder Wave. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about Thunder Wave. But now we can just go for a Play Rough, as he goes for a Side Shock. That's not going to do too much. We don't get the power, and we knock the Slow Roll out. So, if we break through our Paralysis right now, we can win. And it looks like Infernape can also finish off the game, so it's pretty much a GG here. Yeah, it's looking like a GG, since if we break through Paralysis, we win. If we don't, Infernape can just clean up. So I definitely do not agree with the Thunder Wave play there. He definitely should have gone for the Scald and fished for the burn. Otherwise he'd lose. I mean, he could have gotten Paralysis hacks, but getting the Scald burn was just more likely, and he should have gone for that move. So pretty much GG here, and we're gonna see what my opponent try to does. Crimson Charms is not moving, even though it is pretty much a locked game here. So Feraligatr did put in some work, taking out a Clefable and doing a huge chunk of Bisharp. So Crimson Charms is not moving at all. There's really not much you can do. I'm pretty sure we still live a Bullet Punch from Mega Scissor at this range, and we can go for Aqua Jet. As he just goes into Bisharp, he's most likely going to go for the Sucker Punch here. We can just go for the Aqua Jet and we take the Bisharp out. It's looking pretty bleak for my opponent here, as we can go for we can now go into Infinite and click Flare Blitz and basically just clean up the game. So that was a really nice second game there. Feraligatr, I can't speak. Feraligatr putting in a lot of work against my opponent's team, and Infernape, despite supposed to be a lead, cleans up in the end with Flare Blitz and Mach Punch, and Azumarill being the MVP again, doing a lot of work, getting off a Baby Drum, taking out the Slowbro. So as you can see, this team is basically just focusing around Manectric, Landorus, trying to go for Volt Turn combos, Feraligatr weakening down my opponent's threats, and in the end using either Azumarill or Exordio to clean up the game. So it's my opponent. Let's see how my opponent can win. If he gets a crit Bullet Punch, no, my opponent can't win. She can't win. So I'm gonna go find another battle while my opponent wastes my time. And we find the new guy 24 again. I just fought this guy. Hey, Extra here, we're back. My recording accidentally shut down during that battle, and I don't know why. But we did manage to win the one against Crimson Charms, and we did lose the one against the new guy 24. Basically, how the match went was that I bluffed the Scarf on the extra hero, and I threatened his Lopunny out, and he went into his Thunderous to try and take on the Earthquake. I doubled into my Landorus, and I proceeded to go for the Stone Edge, and we missed. And we pretty much just lost the game from there. I tried to win the game with Space from Azu, but Lopunny could just switch out, stack his mom, and fake out my Azu, so there was no chance for me to win that game. So I'm very sorry that my recording shut down during that battle. I will make sure that never happens again. So let's find 2 more battles, since that last battle didn't register into the video. So again, this team is putting in a lot of work. That last game, I didn't necessarily play badly. I think I played pretty well last game, but my opponent did hack me, but that is just Pokemon. But he was really, really nice about it. So we find another team that I see a Scolipede. Thanks. So I see a Scolipede and a Lopunny, and I don't like that combination. So I think I'm just gonna lead with my Infinite here. It is my lead. We are going to try and taunt the Scolipede. We're gonna try and taunt the Scolipede. Since we can't let him baton pass, set up, and do whatever it wants. So we actually do have speed, and he can't spikes after the taunt. So that's really, really nice. We do get up our hazards. By hazards, I mean rocks. He do misses his Mega Horn. Really, really unfortunate for my opponent here, and I'm pretty much just gonna go for the Flirtless and bring him down to the sash and go for the Mach Punch and take him out. So we prevent hazards on our side of the field. He goes out into his Rotom. I'm just gonna go for the Flirtless and take myself out, as we actually failed to do so. I forgot we weren't at 1 HP. He goes out to his Lopunny. Do I want to keep the Infinite from Mach Punch onto the Bishop? No, I don't. Okay, I'm just gonna stack my Infinite for the Fake Out and go out into my Landorus and proceed to click Earthquake. He goes on to his Rotom. Good play, good play. I'm gonna go on to my Manectric here. He goes for the rest. He is Resto Chesto. He reveals. I'm gonna Mega Evolve with Thunderbolt. It's not like he can do much to me. We do a good amount, 53%, and we can fire off another Thunderbolt. He does not have any resists. We can go into Mew right now. We are gonna go for the Volt Switch into my Landorus as he goes for rocks. We're gonna go for the knockoff here, as we do a huge chunk to Mew, and now we can. I'm gonna switch back out into Manectric, as that doesn't work out for me. That was a really stupid play. We're gonna go for a Thunderbolt, and I'm pretty sure I just lost the game because of that stupid play. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just lost the game because of me being stupid. That sucks. Like, why did I even do that play? I guess I was predicting the Lopunny to want and come back in, but that was just stupid. That was just legitimately the most stupidest play I've ever seen in my life. Ugh. That was such a stupid play. I mean, we can still win with Bedroom Azumarill, but it's looking bleak. So, he's gonna go on to Lopunny. We're gonna try and waterfall this thing, as he just straight up goes for HJK and takes him out. We're gonna go into Manectric here, and we're gonna go for the Thunderbolt. If we do win this speed tie, we have a very good chance of winning. That's all I know. If we do win, we have a good chance of winning. As we do, and I'm gonna go into my buildings on the zoom reel here and go for the aqua jet. Yeah. So if I play this correctly, I can win. I can definitely win if I play this correctly. And that didn't do it. Okay, so I lose at this point, and do I lose? Did I lose? I'm pretty sure I lose. Did I lose? I don't know. I'm gonna go for the aqua jet. As we fail to take him out and we lose. So that was very stupid of me. I could have played that way better. I sacked my Manectric and my Feraligatr for no reason at all. That battle was just a shame. That battle just proved how stupid I am. Okay, so let's find another battle here. Find a standard team. This team looks like... I recognize this team. I think it's Blunder's team. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Thunder Blunder's team, so... I'm gonna use my Infinite again. As he beats his Landorus. I'm gonna taunt this thing so he can't get blocked as he goes for the U-turn. If he goes down to his Command, he goes down to his Rotom, so I'm gonna just get up my rocks here. As he goes for the Hydro Pump and takes me out. I'm gonna go into my Excavator here, kind of bluffing the Scarf. And I'm gonna double into my Feraligatr, predicting the Landorus. Which I think... And then we can just proceed to try and set up a Swords Dance and win a game. So I'm gonna go for the Swords Dance here. As we're gonna go back out into Rotom. We're gonna go for the Crunch here, as he burns me. And we're gonna go for another Swords Dance here. As he goes for a Voltage. So, what I can see I'm going to do right now is going out into his Mega Medicham. I don't see Feraligatr putting in much use anymore, so I'm just going to stack it. And go into my Landorus and go for the U-turn. Yeah, I think that should work out pretty good. I'm pretty sure Blunder doesn't run Ice Punch. So I'm going to go for the U-turn. I just switches out into his Rotom, which is really, really nice. If we weaken the Rotom, we win this outfit. As you can get off our Volt turn combo here with our Manectric. And I'm gonna go out into my Exeter here. We are Mode Breaker, so we section anything out and we basically just invite the Landorus in. If he does switch into his Landorus right now, I'm pretty much just gonna... As he goes onto his Exeter, I'm not sure if I agree with that play. Do I agree with that play? I don't think so. The sack. What do I want to sack here? We're sacking Exodrill. As he goes for a Scald, we're gonna have to go into Azumarill here and pray that Scald isn't burned. Actually, Payrough is just a better play all around. The server is restarting soon, so that's not really fun. So it's a 50-50 right here, and we can either go for Belly Drum or go for Payrough. If he's gonna switch, Belly Drum is definitely the right play. If he's gonna stay in, Payrough is the right play. We're gonna go for Belly Drum. As he stays in, we have to hope that he doesn't burn. Actually, whether if he burns or not, it doesn't really matter, since Medicham can just come in and fake me out. We have to go into a Landorus here. I'm gonna go for the knockoff. And he stays in and goes for the Ice Punch. So that's GG. I could have played way better. We are losing a few matches now, and we're gonna find a few more as the server is restarting and battles will be available again in a few minutes. So that is gonna be the end of this live. We did lose a few battles at the end. This second to last one where I just sacked my Feraligatr for no reason. I could have definitely won that one. I'm just gonna put that out here. I could have 100% won that one. And if you're gonna use this team, don't make the same mistake that I made. And that is gonna end this live. Peace out.